Collectivo is a group that was organized to create a vibrant networking community for marketing and media professionals interested in the Hispanic market. Joining me now to talk about the group is Joshua Molina, one of the co-founders of Collectivo. Joshua, welcome to Horizonte.
Thank you.
I've read a little bit about you and your co-founders. All three of you have very fascinating backgrounds. Just give me kind of a thumbnail sketch of the three of you, what you've done in the past, and what was it that made you decide we got to do something here to attract other people like us and share ideas?
Right. We started, it was just Eric Diaz and myself. We met at his location. He owns a co-working space here in Phoenix. And he was referred to me at a conference that I went to called Latism, Latinos in Tech and Social Media. He actually had attended the conference the year before. I attended in 2013 in New York, and when I tried to explain we should do something like this in Phoenix, they said, there's somebody in Phoenix you should talk to, and that was Eric.
And so, both of you have backgrounds in journalism, right?
Well, my background is in journalism. I studied journalism, worked for a few different stations, and then moved into marketing and PR.
And that includes CNN, NBC, and then local television affiliates.
Yes, local television in Phoenix. I worked for the CBS affiliate as well. Eric's background is in marketing. He co-owns a multicultural marketing agency called Nativa. And so, we had similar backgrounds. We met and decided, we should start a Latism chapter here in Phoenix. When we spoke to Latism, they weren't keen on having a chapter, so we said, you know what, we should do our own thing. And that's how Collectivo started. Eric knew Christian Enriquez, who was a co-founder of One Voice Radio and Latino Rebels, and said, let's get together and let's start this idea. We wanted to keep it simple. It's actually based on an event that Eric attended out of state, in a different state, which was called Programming Wednesday. So these programmers would get together and have these very simple events, free to the public.
When you say programmers, you're talking about
web developers.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's based on the same concept where where they get together, have some drinks, some food, and learn something about about their market. So we said, we can do this once every 2 months. Very simple concept, but the need was that we wanted to meet other Latino communications and marketing professionals like ourselves. We attended a lot of events for marketing professionals or journalism professionals, but we sometimes were the only brown face in that group. So we wanted a venue where we can all get together and learn about these things and really have a good conversation.
So you started this, about a year ago?
About a year and a half ago. From concept to conception, we're just a few months out. Our first event was September of 2014. So this last September, we had our anniversary event, which was great. It was actually just across the street at the Civic Space.
And how many other brown faces have you found at these events?
It's a great thing because we actually have some regulars, and we have a lot of people that come to some events because they're interested in, well, maybe you come to an event, 2 events out. We want to reach out to as many people as possible.
And as I understand it from talking to you earlier, it's not just brown faces that are showing up. I mean, you've had people who are interested in Hispanic marketing and they're not necessarily a Hispanic background.
That's exactly right. What we initially, we wanted to get Latino professionals together, but we decided to expand that because we saw a lot of non-Latinos that were attending our events that were very interested in the same topics and meeting the same people that were coming to our events. And we also realized that a lot of people in different companies want to target Latinos either in marketing, in journalism, in communications, and really want to know the right way to do it. there's a wrong way and a right way to reach the Latino audience. And we see that in commercials, we see that in billboards. Some are cringeworthy and some are really well done.
So the meetings themselves are a mixture of networking and some substantive content?
Absolutely. So every event has either a panel or a speaker that actually talks about a specific issue that affects the Latino market. So for example, we had an event last November. We brought over the former president of the National Association of Hispanic Journalists, who actually is a senior director of multicultural at ESPN. He spoke about diversity in the newsroom and how it's important for a diverse newsroom to tell the right stories. An event that we actually have in a couple of weeks, we are bringing Latino marketing directors from big brands that have a local presence here, one from Henkel, one from Cox Communications, and they're going to talk about their large-scale marketing to Latino audiences.
And Josh, we're almost out of time.
Sure.
Where will that event be?
That event will actually be at Co-working on 15th Ave. It's a co-working spot just north of Osborne on 15th Avenue.
What day and time?
November 18th, 5:30 p.m. There'll be free food and drinks, just like every event. All our events are free to the public, and we just invite anybody that is interested to come.
Sounds terrific. Thank you so much for joining us on Horizonte to talk
you.
about it.